Hello, everybody. Mr. Rivers here. It is currently Thursday, April 10th, 2025. I'm out Friday, April 11th, 2025. I'm going to go through the Unit 11 triangle notes with you, so please pause the video as needed to complete parts of these notes, or if you just need to write some things, whatever it may be. So just pause as needed. Don't feel like this has to just roll continuously. First off, we're going to talk about classifying triangles by angles. There are three ways to classify triangles by their angles. One, if a triangle has all acute angles, that would be an acute triangle. If a triangle has one obtuse angle, then the triangle is an obtuse triangle. And if a triangle has one right angle, then it is a right triangle. So acute triangles, obtuse triangles, right triangles. Every triangle's got at least two acute angles, like this right triangle. I know these two angles have to be acute. We'll talk about that in a bit. This obtuse triangle has one obtuse angle right there, and then two acute angles, and this acute triangle has three acute angles. So just keep that in mind. It's based off of one angle. If you have one obtuse angle, one right angle, it's obtuse or it's right. If you have all three angles that are acute, that'd be an acute triangle. So get that down if you would. Pause the video now. We can also classify triangles by their side lengths. If all the sides of the triangle are congruent, that is what's known as an equilateral triangle. These tick marks here, that indicates like one tick mark is congruent to one tick mark is congruent to one tick mark. So all three sides here are congruent. That's an equilateral triangle. An isosceles triangle, note how this is spelled isosceles. An isosceles triangle, at least two sides are equal. So two tick marks here, two tick marks here. We have two sides that are congruent. Now, notice it says at least two sides are equal. So this triangle is both equilateral and isosceles. This triangle is only isosceles, not equilateral. So similar to how all German Shepherds are dogs, but not all dogs are German Shepherds. All equilateral triangles are isosceles, but not all isosceles triangles are equilateral. And then finally, the third way to classify a triangle by its side lengths is a scalene triangle, which means there are no sides that are equal. Here's an example of one of those, 4, 5, 6, three different sides, three different side lengths. There you go. Pause the video now. Make sure you get all these down before you move on. We'll watch a video proof of this when I get back, but for now, just keep in mind and jot this down. The sum of the three angles of any triangle is always 180 degrees. No matter the triangle, whether it's equilateral, isosceles, scalene, or if it's obtuse, acute, or right, any triangle in the universe, when you add up all the angles, you're going to get 180 degrees exactly. So that is why, remember earlier I said you're always going to have at least two acute angles. If I've used up 90 of the 180 here, then I've only got 90 degrees left for the remaining two angles. So these are going to have to both be acute. It doesn't mean they're both 45 and 45. Could be 50 and 40, could be 30 and 60, whatever. But they're both going to be acute, these two remaining angles. Same thing with the obtuse triangle. If that's an obtuse angle, then there's less than 90 degrees remaining to share between these two angles. So these two angles here have to be acute as well. And with an acute triangle, all three are acute. Okay, pause the video now. Make sure you get that down. Try this problem out on your own. Remember, all three of the angles, when you add them up, it will equal 180. I recommend you call this missing angle x. So that's 42 plus 54 plus x equals what? Set up an equation, solve for that missing variable, and that will be your missing angle. So pause the video now, try example 1 there. All right, here's what this problem looks like. 42 plus 54 plus the unknown x equals 180. 42 plus 54 is 96. Subtract 96 from both sides and you get x equals 84. There you go, that's example 1. Pause the video now and get that down if you need to. Take a look at this one. A right triangle has an acute angle measuring 37 degrees. Well, we know one of the angles is what? It's a right triangle, so one of the angles has to be 90, and we know one of the angles is 37. Find the missing angle measure. write an equation and solve. So call the missing angle x or some other variable, write an equation, solve for the missing variable. Pause the video now, give this one a shot. Okay, 37 is one of the angles. It's a right triangle. So 90 is one of the angles, and the missing angle, we'll call it x. When you add those three angles together, they equal 180. 37 plus 90 is 127. 127 plus x equals 180. Subtract 127 from both sides. X equals 53 degrees. All right, this one's tough, but I think you can do it. An equilateral triangle. Think about what an equilateral triangle is. Let's go back and look. An equilateral triangle, all sides are congruent. All sides are congruent. All sides are equal. An equilateral triangle has sides of x plus 8. X plus 8 is one side. 2x is one side. And 4x minus 16, that's the third side. If the perimeter of the triangle is 48, write an equation, solve for x, and find all three side lengths. So there's a couple equations you could go with because the triangle is equilateral. What you see pop up here on the screen in just a moment may not be what you have, but that doesn't mean that you're wrong. You might still get the right answer. So pause the video now and give problem 3 a chance. Okay, here's what I did. And if you didn't do it exactly like I did, that's okay. We'll talk about it. One of the sides, x plus 8, plus the other side, 2x, plus the third side, 4x minus 16, is equal to the perimeter. When you add up all three of the side lengths, that's equal to the perimeter, the distance around the object. X plus 2x is 3x. 3x plus 4x, we get 7x. 8 minus 16 is negative 8 or minus 8, and that's equal to 48. We add 8 to both sides, we get 7x equals 56. Divide by 7 on both sides, x equals 8. Now we were asked to find all three side lengths. Always go back and read the directions again. Make sure you do what you're being asked to do. We plug in x equals 8 for each of these. 8 plus 8, we get 16. 2 times 8, 2 times 8 is 16. 4 times 8, that is going to be 32. 32 minus 16 is in fact equal to 16. All three sides are 16, which they should be because you knew the triangle was equilateral. An alternative way of doing this problem would be to set any of these two sides equal to each other. So x plus 8 equals 2x and solve for x, and you would get x equals 8. Or 2x equals 4x minus 16. Solve, you would still get x equals 8. Or x plus 8 equals 4x minus 16. You would still get x equals 8. All the sides are equal, so you can set them equal to each other and solve. All right, thanks for watching the video. I think you have some IXL lessons coming, so make sure you complete those to the best of your ability. Read the descriptions of any problems you missed. Appreciate your time. Good luck.